Today na the 10th day of November 2021. Special day. What you want lay na table? On the 5th of November, Albalaw be happen na Wellington, PNB. Usai some man no be get no business day. Na transport he be the wait. Some man na inside transport he be day. But one way or the other, they are no more. We don't lost them. Boku finger them begin for point. They point pa Sierra Leone police. Some man they point pa SLRSA. Some man they point pa Fire Force. All man they point finger. Say these are the people that are responsible for the demise of their lives then day on that particular day. Parliament say, wait to. We need for do something. So, Parliament get plan for summon the National Fire Force Service, Sierra Leone Police, and the Road Safety Authority for can explain wetin we go need for do for make this thing not happen again in our country. Yes, you're not able to stop accidents not for happen. Now I made them call an accident. It can happen. But again, there are some accidents there where not due to carelessness, failure in system, and you name them. Yes, we all get for die. But my dear, I don't think say we will expect say the people them we die that way did that did it. Now that particular way they then go die. We get one thing where we can always talk in a salon. Well, how for do? Now waiting God mark. Flooding come. Now waiting God mark. Mudslide come. Now waiting God mark. Fire. Explosion. Now waiting God mark. Well, if we dey live by waiting God mark, for some things them way, if God give you the chance for looking at that book day, you go land saying not be markam. But because we fail for put some system in place. So when Parliament summon these people, they're not going to hear to. Some man begin to say, wait to. So until we lost souls then, and there are some already in the hospital where they struggle for make them able to survive the next second of the clock. Now the 10 Parliament they can't talk say, then for summon them people there. For say Parliament not ever know say bottlenecks then they. Even this April where I be this salon, I go put air na the tire. I meet smooth tire. And mostly na the trucks then na Sierra Leone. I don't know if you are aware about that. Trucks then na Sierra Leone, lorry them na salon. Because the tires then can so expensive. If then go na any tire shop inside salon, then one the way they patch tire. Without fail. You go meet smooth tire day where then one the way they patch tire and salon feel say then sabi for Guiam that zigzag. That zigzag. Now the tire. Like we don't smooth down. Then they can get a zigzag say na so italic. Even if they get the zigzag, it no get grip na ground. No? It no get grip na ground. Not at all. It no get. But then they get a zigzag thinking to say the smooth tire, they don't get a line. But when you take a new tire, na zigzag no more you dey see para. You dey see all that thing them where they make the tire maintain grip na ground. Not to for salon. Yeah? Not to for salon. So I feel to say the safety authority and all that again. The road safety then now, the trade now, then get work for play. Then definitely get work for play. But Parliament don't speak up. Parliament say they need for summon them. Let them guy explain. But this not the same parliamentarian they tell we say then self kin then that road they then see things them we not correct na the road. They don't see things that we not correct. Boku turn at the road. Now we lives then lost now. Now they say them for summon them. You go say it's better late than never. At least they say then go call them now. Then get for call them, then go come. What thing go come out inside there? Now make me whatever they go talk there. The thing when me want for let them know say 95% of them lorry them within a saloon. The entire they not correct. That tire we then carry it. It go done. Then go they retrade them. Fake one. Even though you know they work. But then go they do one. I say I they talk to the man they pretend like if I say, you know they hear me. They pretend that they actually say, what she they do na that tire day? I say, you know say not correct what they do so He pretend like say, you know you wait here they talk. But at least I speak up, even though they pretend like for saying you know say somebody be candy, we tell and say that thing the way they do na that tire they not correct. And the police, the road safety authority then, they not go tell me say they don't know. You dey pass checkpoint when you dey na salon, they go na the provinces. You dey pass big checkpoint. You dey see the truck them. The lorry there. Then self they pass with you. Even though they're not correct. But one thing where they attract them, now you where they feel say they drive fine motoka. Now you they want. Now you they want. Because they want them there, definitely they don't say they get for book. You book, you don't just pass and go. And the saddest thing, we all know the real truth. But Salon police will never admit to that. Now make them get the number one for corruption in the country. They own them, but they don't own them again. Then go tell you say if you see them can report. You driver then go tell say that booking they will get for a book and you have to. Anti-corruption will tell me say they not get knowledge about this. But it look like if I say it's a norm, so it's well and good. They can't smoke. The other day, now only Sierra Leone go they tell you say diesel truck, diesel lorry for the pull up bad smoke. Now they show you say na diesel motukada one day. Not so. When see bad smoke they come out before you go say na diesel na make so. Says who? I have a lot of videos, small one them. motoka they working they drive near me. What the video? Videos of motoka they will use yourself no say not correct, not roadworthy. 95% of the lorry they will the tote container, the trailer them, they're not roadworthy. They are not. But because na so it be don't day from them, na so it dey no more. You don't know that one day? Tell me say you don't know ba. You as a Sierra Leonean. Na so we been lost Alfajo. Remember? At the Peninsula Highway by I don't care. Then grab kiddy so that they can do something to them. Sansan motoka them. Who they apply that route today? After where they don't bury it on 1 year, 2 year, but yeah, then do anything again. That's what them they la back after Alfajo in death. Saying a truck, the truck, wave this and that and blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, ying. Now we don't get massacre. Na so me go see. Massacre now get. Now parliament don't grab. Say for someone, police, fire force, road safety. And say fire force because when they come, it look like for say now they say even finance for kind side because maybe finance they not give fire force money. They need for waiting forget. Would they make not say the fire engine or get na airport? I saw them be they talk say na $1 million. Man, I don't know. I don't see the receipt. But I saw them be they talk say the one grand fire engine or get na airport and $1 million. For playing them just in case. Yes, we need forget them just in case. What about the one who forget who no say and they not to just in case it happen? It happen. But we can't boast of say, oh, we don't buy 5 fire engine them. We get ambulance ready. We emergency numbers ready. We people them know number way for call in case of accident. They know say na for call so and so immediately. But now, where the iron one, they say na they nakam. Beaucoup ti dende. Beaucoup. When you look this case, beaucoup. Because some man they ask, Usai that fuel tanker they be they make a U-turn. Now be legal space for U-turn? That's what some man they ask. So let's start from there. If you know say you dey carry hazard material, you go take them. Usa you dey turn and usa you know the turn. But somebody they talk again say, even the when that they happen, right there they for test and drive and they've not been done wrong. They say because most of the drivers then as alone, then they drink. See now when they drink and they declare. Then they under the influence. The one will be the drive, the fuel tanker, a conscious of what they carry. Okay. The one will be the drive, the lorry or the trailer or the truck with the stone them. Himself sabi, what he be the carry, the weight of the truck, in case of an emergency going to maneuver, who side and they weigh them. For no say, you able for control the truck, the weight, just in case you need some balancing, it go balance proper. After this thing don't be, the drivers then, they know what thing for do. The people them, they know what thing for do. If police come on time, they know say them for cordon the area. Because all man now they claim say the time where they hearing and then come. Now all man they talk. So man they say we not just they cast blame on one particular institution. So now they cast blame. But we check back. Not say here we play video where the ambulance driver be check. We not even know what's in you not even know side been there. Say go almost kill people them. Ambulance driver. Not so yeah. Ministry of Health them pull press release. No hearing that again. Me, I don't know, maybe you be hearing. So for drink, for the under the influence, for drive in Sierra Leone, it's sad. But I true say most driver then they drink. I remember the time when they use the breathalyzer. Nice time police. Just few years ago. Santem. Then catch boku driver them when they under the influence. Santem. Santem. So now, everybody, they say, now when they yeri, now they come. It's Sierra Leone. I don't know. Any aspect where you look at, you don't even know side for start, for fix. Any aspect you look at. Papa God. You don't know. You know why? Because for 60 years, nobody not try for fixing nothing. Nobody. Instead, na them pockets, them family, them sweetheart them. Na them care for. Nobody. Who that don't come, we don't left a legacy in Sierra Leone. Who that don't left legacy. So you know what thing? Me I go put me hand up. Say na this I don't do. And because of this, na so and so na don't happen. If you been try small safe, when the next man come, he dey wepa. Because even for institutions, they work for benefits. You say, oh, them be build Nasit. Who Nasit don't help delicate today? They show me ba. Nasit go to them buy ferry. Who the ferry help? Oh, we get the Anti-Corruption Commission. Who ACC help? If you be say ACC that money them be take, then we don't begin bill, we don't see something. For don't say, well, you know what? Look ACC, look what he don't do. Oh, now make we get police. Who police don't help? Who police help? Too much. Sierra Leone is frail, broken. When something happen, we fet like say they react for fix things. No. They show them put loan as salon. That 1 week they not make you only. Because if you see only back home, well, in an example, just give them 2 weeks. The longest give them 1 month. Now in that. Eh? Ain't that so? Who? Who get fire force? Who fire force help? Who still don't get fire? Who say, tell God thank you fire force was here on time. Now because of fire force, now I make another 1 great stone then I'm born. Who da? Eh? Who da? I'm trying to see with all those things so again a salon. Who then think that they don't help? I mean, then you say, now by God in power now they live. Eh? Make a coca say, any side where they glorify corruption, it go impossible for thunder country there around. I'll tell us, say, police don't help beaucoup. Because some man go free. Eh? Because Firefox go tell you, say, oh, we were two get, now we use. And the fire hydrants they organ at the country, then they way apart. Far away. Eh? Way apart. Alright. Anyway. Let we listen within Parliament's plan. Yeah? Through Radio Democracy 98.1. Let we hear ye.
This fair fire incident na Wellington. Now one way kill plenty people, burn and pull them property them. And safe, left plenty wound and damage serious one. When they undergo treatment now, as the country still a mourn. Make Parliament save they join for mourn and remember the people them we lost their life. And this incident, now one way the Deputy Speaker na Parliament, Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas, say come as a shock to all man.
The Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone was stunned by news of a devastating tragedy. The considerable number of deaths and pain of fellow Sierra Leoneans as a sequel to that incident, as seen all over the social media, is too much for Parliament to bear.
Okay. Parliament self they tell sorry to the people them. We lost loved ones them to the one the way we lost. We self na Sarah network. We don't do them since that day. Not so. Parliament say with the thing the way they don't see. It's too much for make them even able for beer. Judge Kamade asks if we get fire hydrant. Yes, we did. We do. We get to. Okay. Let's continue for listening to the Deputy Speaker, Sengepo Solomon Thomas.
As the nation mourns this misfortunate tragedy, we as a Parliament send our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. We want you to know how sorry we are. Please accept our condolences and may our prayers help comfort you. In addition to wishing full and speedy recovery to the injured, Parliament expresses its thanks and appreciation to our doctors and nurses of hospitals.
Okay, Lowland first. Parliament extend then thanks and appreciation with all waiting they don't do. But I don't know, maybe in a see. But yeah, as a parliament, and they talk about political party demo, but as a parliament, I don't know if you don't see parliament, don't go visit the one them we lost their life, their family. You don't see parliament go visit the one they way admit as a parliament too. There you see them donate. And they talk about single parliamentarian because you know, say election the council, you know. But as a parliament, as a body, me I not see. But I now want to take her as me no more. I make her the axis until you see, me not see. The parliament body, they don't go donate. You see there? So you know what's in? Yes, now the taxpayers' money then they take pay we. Let we as a parliament come and take something and go for good donate to the people them. Okay, now they think about that. But until we don't talk now, then go. Or until they don't go now, we no more. Coming and they not be there for capture them. Where then they go as a parliament for go donate. For so we can visit una, we can left something for una. No, our parliament go do. Now I make Ministry of Health today. You know they see UAE don't come, they don't can give boku thing there. You know they see China self don't give something. You know they see then they give what to make parliament for give. Una lek for go chook something we not necessary. Tripoli. Law continue.
The police, military, fire force, and officials of the National Disaster Management Agency and other responders.
So Parliament they tell thank you to all the institutions there where the Deputy Speaker they call so.
For their quick response and what they continue to do to provide comfort for the bereaved families and the injured.
This fire incident, according to information, be happening because of one failed tank where for them na the road and road access na be concern where the leader for the main opposition APC party na parliament, Honorable Chairman Majuba, been concerned about we make it be asked for make the house someone the authority them we concern.
Okay, Sherry Coco, Laukaya waiting Sherry Coco in so we are the official side of Parliament, their own solidarity to the incident, outside the Deputy Speaker of the House, Solomon Thomas, in Singapore, the Honorable. You see how he relates about the family, then we lost people, and waiting Parliament, the heartfelt condolence, they go to everybody, and well, now how the book say, Okay. I don't know if you know, say the death toll don't reach 130. Where the Ministry of Health and Sanitation be the gear updates this morning. Hello, continue. Let we are now waiting Cherry Coco in say.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sure you will if you will recall that on several occasions in this House, I have challenged the capacity of the SLRSA.
Okay. Cherry Coco say, dear Mr. Speaker, I don't know, maybe you forget, or maybe, whatever, but I don't know if you can remember. For say me, Cherry Coco, now this house, I don't challenge boku time. SLRSA, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, the incapacity. Me na I don't do it. Why?
On several occasions, whilst we mourn the death of those who have gone,
even though they mourn the one them we don't die,
and wish speedy recovery for those who are in hospital,
and we wish say they want the hospital and go recover quick one.
I also want to plead with you, Mr. Speaker, that this time on, because for those of us who ply the route to and from the provinces.
Okay. Now, Cherry Coco, they talk about them where they go upline, back and forth. If now upland no, now the provinces now. For those of us, as in parliamentarian or as in the people of Sierra Leone, well, we say those of us, me safe. Eh? Okay. I go join them. Umakaba say why Parliament will give gift, not to their responsibility. Okay. I'll continue.
We are not safe. Let us forget about the fire incident.
He said we they go up line back and forth, we not safe. We not safe. He said, let's just forget about this thing where happen fool. Let's forget about it. This is what happen so. And while I know say we not safe. Why Chey Gogo?
Generally, the road safety is a challenge.
He said because generally we just look at road safety in Sierra Leone. It's a challenge. Na challenge generally road safety na salon. Now no one talk and say road safety no dey. So it's a challenge.
So I want to plead with you, Mr. Speaker, to use your good offices in ensuring that this time around we get the SLRSA and
I want for plead with you, Mr. Speaker. Do ya? That you good office day. Make you use them. This time around, this thing we don't be so. Even though I'll be done the talk, nothing not happen. But this time around, for make SLRSA, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority,
police to sit with Parliament so that we chart a way forward once and for all.
We go sit down with Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. Make we sit down, make we chat with Parliament. So that we go get an understanding for the way forward. Okay.
Speaker.
This concern not been different from the deputy leader of government business, Honorable Bashiru Siliki.
I'll also join him to call on the police and SLA because if you apply the route.
I also join you for call on the police in talk about SLRSA. He said no. Me I want for join you. Make we call back the police and SLA when I the Sierra Leone Army. So for call the police and the Sierra Leone Army, including the SLRSA. Okay?
Going to the far east, if you go to Upgon, you go to Ferry Junction, you see trailers on the highway.
You go Upgon. You go Ferry Junction, you go see trailer on the highway. If na rest, then go did it. If na for cement. In fact, I don't know who's tell me go able for advice you say pass from I think there is a warehouse by Najemata and also Ferry Junction. Then two places then they. Then get warehouse outside and they empty, mostly rest and cement. So I don't know tell me go able advise you because even if na morning, evening it was. And not to say the trailer then correct too. They're not correct at all. I don't know if they take and say because the distance short for come out down the port, Wataki, and come up on that side. The traffic where they block here na force enough funny. And then trailer then they our officer self 99% of all them trailer they waking come empty. Now then two places they were called so Ferry Junction by Bome. And also just after Jemata, I think there is another one there. You know go challenge that traffic yonder. One lane, then don't take them. Then put they get for come, what they do halfway, what want do U-turn, then one do they pick. Not so good thing. No. So they say, if you go na the area then they, the truck then, we all they see the lorry then they. Now police now they clear for them. Now police. Is it because then they pay? They don't book? Nine? Even though we know say they're not worthy, but they're there. Okay, he said I will look Ferry Junction, Upgon. It's true.
That's not even safe. we need to call SLRSA and the police. So
Okay, he say because then truck the week in the day, it never safe. So we need for call police and SLRSA. SLRSA say we no point finger at them. Because we don't know if na break na fail or not. Because in Sierra Leone, I see accidents happen. The first thing that they say na brake failure. Eh? The first thing. Mais quelqu'un say the way forward na for capacitate the institution for ensure say the laws them they enforce them. Because we get the law them all. And we also need for update some of the archaic traffic laws. Until now we don't do that thing. Well then they charge 400,000. 400,000 nine. Eh? So Judge Kema, the accession wait to. If we want for talk about National Guard, which institution we go look at for say it like say then go work like National Guard? Eh? Who go able for mobilize during emergency? Eh? Okay. Well, we get forest guard. No, that's enough for forest, not for national. But then be the kind of tongue back home. No, they don't go na bushback, na forest. Anyway, let's continue. Eh?
we all come and chat the way forward.
For make we all come and chat. I be fit say parliament say then they summon them. How parliament sound they say for let them can chat? But there, family, chat and summon. Is it the same? If parliament tell you say, I dey summon you for come na tomorrow, and parliament say, but they come tomorrow, look can chat. What do you understand by then two statements then dey? Because now, we dey say for make we can chat the way forward. The South would they now? Na chat or na summoned? Which one do we need? Eh? But anyway, well, sometimes you know tell the army say we summon you, so now I mean they say na chat. Okay, now they continue.
Because if you apply the route to the provinces, you see heavy trucks on the way.
Then just focus no more for going at the provinces. This thing will happen not to the provinces, oh. Because the one that will not happen, they don't boku. Loss of life, boku. If you watch Explore with Tripoli, the video where I do from Upgun to Waterloo, Usai, there was a truck in front of me where people then be hanging pa. You know how then they hang pa truck. The guy don't reach side they go, and also be nak jamawas. And also be nak jamawaso. Parce que begin nak the truck, I don't know if na lift them begin. Eh? Just come and say someone is more official. But chat, well, now then they do it, you paddy them. I about to kick about the ask if we still get SSD. No, we get OSD. Not to SSD anymore. Now OSD. Eh? So how could you have to say now someone chat? Okay.
Without no lights.
We go see them. Now the road, now the provinces, they don't even get lights. But then they did. And funnily, they go just don't pass one checkpoint too. But they don't book. Once you book, I don't see. Go.
Without no security measures. Yeah? It's very risky for all of us that apply these highways.
So it's very risky for we all. I opposite not to the way they say for all of us, they're not just the focus on parliamentarian, no, but they talk about Sierra Leoneans where they apply the highway. A lot. I don't know. It was around midnight. Now the Freetown Waterloo Highway. This truck they come. I don't know if the driver na sleep na the steering head on na so the truck be the face me. I get for me high beam, me horn, me na me push go na corner. Na me push go na corner. Eh? Flash, high beam, gear horn, it dey come head on na me own side no more, it dey come. And then I lane safe. I was like, what? That day na be before the toll road can split middle. You know, say now where the toll road on they don't get the median in the middle. But even at that, some accidents in the you see them jump. But then say for way they apply the route for going at the provinces. Waiting again.
So I also joined the leader of the opposition. I called on the chairman to summon the SLRSA and the police. So
for summon the SLRSA and the police.
all of us can chart the way forward.
So we go chat we way forward. This chat business here. Eh? Abu Kese Kamara say you go only able to chat with the person when you summon them. Okay. All right.
Plenty time where fire incidents can happen in the country. Fire force can delay for response to the incident. And the reason for this, most of the time, can be road access or better equipment. And this issue, now one with the Member of Parliament for Constituency 032, Nabomale District, Honorable Dr. Mahmoud Makaloko, been talk about.
Mr. Speaker, for some of us who were there from 15 after 10 to close to 2 a.m.
Okay. Now we don't know, say, Honorable Mahmoud, he be did. He say, for some of you be did from 10 o'clock. This na your account it dey so now. Say he be did. Eh?
The morning, we saw the efforts of Fire Force.
He say, and see the effort for the Fire Force.
And the constraints at which they operate.
And the constraints within the work. You see the effort of Fire Force, even though Fire Force not to Fire Force, but waiting then get the struggle when they try for make something out of the thing we then get.
It took hours before other forces were shown.
It take hours before other forces. Which other forces? So, it try for tell you say Fire Force come before police can there? Eh? He said it took hours before other forces. Which other forces? Because now, when they talk about the road safety cops, the military, the police, he said it take hours. All right.
To the scene. So we need to ensure that Fire Force is well capacitated in terms of their firefighting instruments.
Okay. Fire Force for team up Tranga one. But waiting them for use. Eh? For team up Tranga one. But waiting them for use. But we need for Gide. If they don't get a waiting and go use. Well, the small way they get, then they fat to it.
But definitely they are undercapacitated.
So him see them that they did the kind way they work, they not get nothing. They not get nothing for Fetsa Friday. Even though them be the 98, they tell you say, oh yes, then be get the foam. So whether you're using a fire, na fuel fire. So whether be the kind of road, they mix the water with the foam, then get the chemical and this and that. Na that day, na the mona me in a salon. The true, where they afraid for talk, na the mona me in a salon. I know they say they not get a foam there for mix that water with for fet the fire. I not say they not get them. But my dear, let's go check and find one. Find one, let's go check back. You go find out something different. Now go see. Because then go tell you say, na me while I go talk soon, no get nothing. Then how you want forget? When you know say true, you no get something at the institution where you dey work. But just because na the government na they pay you, na hire you, they afraid say them fire you, nobody no go hire you again. So you get for the lie. I'm not saying wetin they say na lie o. But na wetin common na salon na me dey tell you so. For make somebody come team up so he tell you say I dey work for A, B, and C institution, una government institution. We now we institution we not get nothing. Agaga. Hey. You have made the government look bad. Tomorrow, na fakai na they transfer you. So because of that, they are being controlled. Fire Force say, they reach there as soon as they hear. They tell them and then come. And when they midden a road they come, then we don't mix the water with foam. Oh, we believe.
I want to use your bar, to use your good office, to request Ministry of Finance and the government of Sierra Leone to.
Okay, so Parliament now, Honorable they say, no left and you, but we need for chuk the finance side. Because you remember, we be talking now when Fire Force Self being carried their own budget. We be talking now when Fire Force carry their budget. So now, they say, let them chuk finance bar. Let them chuk le. Let them see, say, they will give Fire Force what they want. But in Sierra Leone, we don't have money. We cannot give everybody what they want. The damage don't so do that. Like, some things they will have to amputate. Some they go left for dig hole, cover hole. Some they go just put bandage. Some, well, will not get diaper, you go use nappy. Some will not get nappy, so you go use pieces. Some, well, will not get pieces, you go use newspaper. Some, na so they fix things na salon. Because waiting no, money no dey. Who's the money go dey? Cut you cut according to your size. How will size look like right now? Now continue.
Ensure that they provide adequate budget for Fire Force to get fire engines.
So now, because this thing not happen, who get for see them? Because Fire Force get for go na parliament. Fire Force get for go na parliament for make them go defend them budget. So parliament go approve. Until now na parliament na they say for make finance go able for give Fire Force wetin dem want for buy fire engine them. That one day, pass them not put alive on. But if they put alive, we na we should all so. We dey wait for that day where Fire Force they go na parliament for make them budget. So if Fire Force asks for 3 billion, parliament better approve it. Because now parliament sign the points per order. Pan finance. But Fire Force get for car. And get for car na parliament. For car approve them budget. Then we go see. If parliament go own up say, you remember that fire? But we go don't turn away, maybe the fire business we don't they forget. And even this honorable sometimes don't forget what he been say. Oh, well. Fire Force 3 billion because 1 by 2 then we not get money. Finance don't get money. We not go able to give another one day. For now, we not get that 3 way pack on and we go patch am. We go patch am. We not manage am. We manage. But the minister then they see them motocar when they drive. They'll continue.
With all the issue that will come up for sake of this incident, the deputy speaker be later give order for make them summon the authority them with concern.
Bam! They don't give the order for summon the authorities them. Police, Road Safety Authority, Fire Force. At one time, they be chook salami. They are no more if they mix then they. So they don't give the order. Someone go take place. Oh now, someone now. Oh now can chat the way forward. But they don't give the authority. So they wait. Eh? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I so order.
I so order. Bam. Now in that too. It's been summoned. Now for go serve the normal now. For me then come. Eh?
Make sure the SLRSA,
1,
the police,
2,
and if possible, those involved.
Honorable Sengepo Thomas, you call police, you call SLRSA. Then I say, if possible. So the way get for serve, I don't know if na the clerk. In I get for choose now, who they go gi? Because it not specify, it just say those involved. So who they way involved? Okay.
With traffic matters.
So he said the one that way involved with traffic matters. Well, if I first self go say no mix, so then on the traffic matters. Then fire, now they hot. That day, now because the thing happen at street, now he make. Eh? He said then one the way involved with traffic matters. Fire force? Prison officer they involved? And not involved for traffic matters. You triple left.
Yes, honorable members and the leadership, don't we think Fire Force also should be present at the meeting?
You see? Now they ask question. Not to them be they talk now say for someone Fire Force, but the deputy speaker say, well, traffic matters na police and road safety authority. Eh? So now they ask them, say, una not think say we for someone Fire Force safe? Because Fire Force they can't catch me now. I just not say, papi. Oh, that mix part traffic business, so they are not mix with it. We in a fire with the hot. And then they will sabi. So now I make the deputy speaker now they ask the member then say, but una not be they talk to I just know. Eh? Una not think so for include Fire Force there?
Some of them.
Very well, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, so Fire Force. Hey, una be one IT una na fire una the hot. That day na because happen at skits I make una can de mba una safe de summon una. So police, road safety authority, Fire Force, Parliament, summon una, yeah?
Yes. Let them sit with the committee and the leadership of Parliament.
Let them sit with the committee and the leadership of Parliament. Now go chat on our way forward.
As Parliament go summon the authority they way concern, for can explain to them as way for prevent any kind incident here, not for happen again.
Way for prevent them kind incident here, not for happen again. Eh? Triple A, I think say we can do better. The authorities then, they butu for support misplaced priority. For example, the bloated wage bill, the establishment of more embassies them, the frequent overseas trip with boku people them, where they can go with. It's a wasteful resources down there. Even the office of the first lady self can get kabudu the way they go with. That's what Michael Coker say. We want to tell Princess Pierce, thank you. And Radio Democracy. Because now through them, make me and you able for listen to so. Yeah? Parliament, summon, police, road safety authority, and also Fire Force. Fire Force be one hide. And they can't catch me now and say, they go thank you. And the deputy speaker and talk say, the one that will get for the traffic business. We in a fire with the hot to not mix. Well, Fire Force, you've been summoned. Let me come to Smantoli, make we Waiting and take on this one. Welcome on board, Usman Toli. You get the platform.
Okay, Triple A, first of all, I say happy birthday to you. And thank you very much for having me. And also, I will seize this opportunity for express my condolences to the Oldfield family and also to the Kake family, and let the souls way depart, let them rest in peace. And this topic today, what they talk about, now the Wellington explosion, fire explosion. Also, I will want to seize this moment to express my condolences to the family of the bereaved, and may the departed souls rest in peace. This topic is hard for talk about, very, very sad. And one very important thing is that Parliament then get the function for perform oversight functions. Now then responsibility for the ensure say from time to time, then they summon some of their institutions here for can ask them questions over certain things them way they're supposed for do. The reason why they can summon some of their institutions here now for just check the excesses. And when that happen, they promote accountability and transparency. And then they prevent and mitigate incidents that will happen. So now make that function the way they get, and very, very powerful. Parliament now one of the most powerful institutions in that country. So some of the things that we'll see they happen in that country, such as corruption, some of the dysfunctional state of some of the institutions in our country, then can able prevent them. Because then get short a power that then can able call on any of their institutions, yeah, then they summon them for Kangi account of their responsibility. I think say NIMEC, the deputy speaker, they call for fire brigade, they call for Sierra Leone police, as well as that of I think the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority for Kana Parliament, for can discuss the way forward, how they will stop then kind tragedy for happen next time. Then get that power there. So we're not saying that accident not can happen, but again, if we institutions them proactive enough, some of them disaster where they happen, then preventable. You listen clearly to the leader of the opposition, Wina Cherikoko, Cherno Majuba. He said he been only raise concerns about the road safety in Parliament. He said na T-way been only raise about. He only talk about that. He don't ask say the road safety authority, they are not capacitated enough. They're not competent enough. They're not provide them with the necessary logistic for ensure say we roads and safe. I think he talk about that. Meaning not only first stand is they are aware say we roads they're not safe. So therein when they expect say the summon for being on take place even long ago. Before this time, we now make the reporter now Radio Democracy. He asks a very interesting question. Triple A. He say, why is it that now only when something happen, Parliament they summon some of their institutions here for can answer questions. You know, get for wait. You not get the power. You not get the responsibility for ensure say any side una see some anomalies, una see some, things that not they go right. Now una responsibility for call the institutions then they for summon them for come for can't give an account. But again, we don't see outside parliament. They summon some of their institutions. They're not the mass. They're not the kind of parliament. But do you also know, say, they get the power for declare their institutions a null and void? They make them very powerful. Parliament are one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful institution of that country. So some of them here, they're preventable. Easily preventable. Now, AAA, the question is, this fire disaster now Wellington, we get a number of questions then. I know say a lot of people are saying that this now accident, it don't happen, accident, they happen outside, but this is why the government for set up an investigative or carry out an investigation, an independent investigation, for come to the findings and make recommendations so that we no go get incident like this next time. No say whether the president don't do harm or not, but we dey call on the president for let's set an independent investigation, for let them come out with findings, what caused this accident, and whether this kind of accident is preventable. The questions, I think you ask a lot of questions, AAA. And these are the questions then this way, I believe, say, now in the ring, everybody is. Then trucks then they were involved in this accident. Both the tanker and the truck. Are they roadworthy? Do they comply with the road signs? In other words, how compliant are they? The drivers them, where they drive them truck here, both the tanker driver and the truck driver, are they qualified? Because you see, that's the other thing in our country, where somebody don't get a license, they just feel say qualify for drive any vehicle in that country. But there are categories of license. We'll get a car license, you want to go drive a truck license. All them things they would say in our country. I see somebody don't sabi drive, and they jump into any motorcar, they begin drive. So these are some of the questions them we them for ask. Again, under whose condition? I think you asked this question. Then driver, both the truck and the tanker driver, are they under the influence of alcohol? They be sober when they drive? When and how the police then they notify them? When and how? Because we learn say 2 police stations, they close to the scene. And also one day in a case step, and I think the other one day in another area, the way I learn say 2 police stations, they not there at least. So when they inform them, when they encounter the scene, the response. Now some of the questions then we appreciate them for ask. How equipped the fire brigade, the fire ambulance, when they inform them? Because again, it boils down to logistics, just like you say. And also the police. Are they competent? Are they, are they fully equipped? We don't say they get motorbikes them, we go make them able to rush quickly at the scene. But also, it's a question of logistics. A question of logistics, especially in terms of the fire brigade. Because clearly, AAA the other day, when they do the budget hearing at this platform, we listen to some of the questions them the MDAs they ask in terms of budget allocation, especially I think fire brigade been there. Then mention the fact say this time of the year when they come to dry season, then they get a lot of incidents where they get for response to. So then they call for the Minister of Finance for increase them budget. So if they are not well equipped, I think they also they face some challenges. This is why when they talk about the way how then they allocate the budget, I think it's a bit concerning. We get some number of concern. Yeah, some of the institutions the way they're supposed to get more, they know they get. A number of times we don't come at this forum where a number of institutions, a number of sectors, then they express concern over the logistics, equipment, them. Sure as immigration of the immigration. Remember the other day, I think I then say not only one vehicle and get. So a number of questions arise over budget allocation a year. Because for let them able respond to then incident here, they have to be well equipped. They therefore provide them with the necessary logistics. But this is why if the resources, the budget are not correctly allocated, then institution here, they will continue to face some serious challenges. So in as much as we they ask them questions here, in terms of roadworthiness, especially when we don't listen to the leader of the opposition party. He say he been only express then concerns here in parliament, but parliament, concerns the way they raise a fall in deaf ears. Because imagine if when they raise then concern here in parliament about the safety or the capacity of the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, if it been only raised then tier and then listen to them, maybe who knows, this for make a difference. We're not saying it's not to accident, but believe me, brothers and sisters, we all know we country, we've been there, we know what's in the happen there. When it comes to health and safety issues, them now a paramount concern. We don't see Usai containers them. The time of the day when they're not supposed for pass na the street, and the manner in which then container the day where they're not safe. You see many times we don't see container enough for another country. And here we see the road safety authority them. Then self sometimes then the man then container and they for go about the process. So in terms of safety, we get a number of fundamental questions where I feel say it makes sense for someone, their institutions here, for let them go to parliament, let them go sit down and talk the way forward. Let them discuss the way forward. How them will stop then here for happen next time. Yeah? And AAA, I think I don't mention this, but I'll just emphasize on this. When then here happen, now for learn from them. We know say not to the first time this then here they happen. Now we country, it don't they happen. But what we strongly recommend now for set an independent, apart from that one at parliament, because we don't see so many times who say then there's someone, their institutions here, then go to parliament, then go ask them questions, then discuss, then it disappeared in deaf ears. We don't see that. But what we want to see an independent investigation here, where we will look at the findings critically and make recommendations so that then tia way up next time we know say, at least they may not make any recommendations, yeah. We know Usai with the point finger. But believe me, brothers and sisters, some of the incidents here where they happen are preventable. Make no doubt about this. Imagine, just think about it for a moment. Imagine, because the thing not explode, the truck not explode, the tanker not explode straight away. We all see the videos when they go around on social media. when the tanker was when it hits this tanker, we see the fuel they come out. We see people away then at the vicinity, then go scoop the fuel. And understandably, I think even the drivers, they warn the people them, but let them come out of the way. I listened to one, although it's not reliable, but I listened to one social media interview where they say an eyewitness, where it talks say the driver informed the people and say, in truck, it's still warm. Yeah, the heat they come up on the truck. And the fuel they come out, not a small fuel, it's a lot of fuel. Yeah. So imagine that moment day, if the police then be able to attend that scene day. Maybe sometime what we will talk about so today, not for to happen. Because I believe to a very large extent, yeah, then people have for listening more to the security personnel than the drivers or the other citizens them where them be there around there. If not the police them in there around that vicinity there, that moment day, where that incident they happen, then they barricade that place, then condemn that place day. Yeah? I believe say the people them for listening to them more than they listen to that driver or their own fellow citizens. But this is a sad moment for we all. We lost we compatriots them. We just continue to pray for them. And as I listening to you now, AAA, over 100 people that don't lost their life, and we know say a lot of them still in na hospitals them. We pray for a speedy recovery. So I will stop here, lagi chance to my fellow panelists them, and thank you very much, AAA, and I wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. That's now Usman Toli in your submission for today. If you just join me, Salon Parliament, the summon the Road Safety Authority, the police, and also the fire force. How this happened and how they go chat their way forward. So now that we discuss today. Make we come with the doctor. Make we hear waiting and get for we. Welcome on board, Dr. Isatuka K. Jalo. You get the platform.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone, and I hope say we all did do well. First, I want for start for say my heartfelt condolences to the Oldfield family. We're so sorry for hearing this loss today. And as you mentioned, that number of years of, partnership, friendship, marriage, and for just sit down one day and deal with the loss, it's a lot to take in and accept. We really sorry, and we dey pray and hope say, God go give Mr. Daniel Oldfield courage, and acceptance, and continue for pray that may the soul rest in peace for in WEF. And also I want for say many thanks to una all for the condolences for me auntie in loss. I appreciate everybody, in prayer and everything. So we continue for be family, not this platform. And also we want for continue for say we condolences to the people that in Sierra Leone, who lost due to this tanker explosion we caused fire. And the one that within our hospital they continue for pray for them recovery. And also thanks to you and thanks to 98.1 as well as to Mr. Osman Toli and I believe Fred and Tony we get for join we later, and to all the listeners and the viewers them we join we today. I believe say now a right call for make parliament step in for ask questions, for raise concerns them as to this incident we happen where nobody no go wish for let it happen in your country. And this not something law will learn from. As we dey learn from this law continue for hope say laws then go dey in place, we go question, people then where they drive heavy machinery as to how many hours then for the drive and before then go, take a rest, because we can all see we where they live now. So the truck drivers them then they drive for some time, but then they have to park the car on the road or in the rest area for a certain number of hours before then go proceed. And then they go through a rigorous, training, where not only include the for learn how to drive the truck, but also waiting at some of the safety things where it come to driving a heavy machinery. And we know say the from which the driver been try in best for tell people then stay away. My only question is waiting some of the measures them we then get in place, we then they drive then fuel tankers there. So as to way something like this happen, is there a fire extinguisher with them that is really going to be able to contain a huge amount of fire before fire force to get there? And also, how then can train them where it can't to where tanker don't get accident and it a leak or something? Is there other things training within the training criteria? I think these hazmat course require an extensive one, where I know say people then where they drive they go take before they even get the license and even for operator. And I believe say the parliaments get for question so many people them, and the main one here is like the person with in charge of the road safety authority, as to before they issue license, are they making sure then people that also don't get the proper training, don't get all the different drug screening them we they need for do, because the drug screening not to just one time we they drive heavy machinery for be an ongoing one we na annual. You see, drivers them they always say, oh, I need for do a drug test, because I need for, because you have to be sober on the road, because you dey deal with people them. You dey see even people them with on prescription medications them like narcotics, like muscle relaxants. Then they tell you say, or even Benadryl, where they take the time where see they sleep, not take where see you get for drive heavy machinery. So all them things and then criteria. So the drug screening get for contain all them thing and they, as well as alcohol and any other thing we go, impair the person in judgment on the road, because the road now so not to one person they on them, not to just that truck where they drive, not to just that individual where they try for going and host we not cause no problem, we not they drink, we not they do nothing bad. Maybe even the driver, so they have to be sober minded and no say, okay, if I'm too sleepy, I need for pull over and pack on the road. So I believe say questioning these things and also asking like the Ministry of Road Safety Authority they come, on a quarter basis, I will say really salon until we lost and straighten certain things has to be more frequent. Come in, give reports, ask questions. And this one really need for be a lot of questioning, way, they all they see with problems that can go wrong now. Then Western world and also, for example, even when a medical case, we see the time where Ebola being done in the world we like salon we know so we experience the person where they in charge of the Ministry of Health now the country, just like how we get Dr. Fauci right now, bring her into Congress, question them about waiting then they do, waiting then they do right and not right. So we get forget things like this in place where it be said then anybody where they hold positions then we get for deal with people in life, public safety, public health, get for be able for answer questions them as to then they do ongoing, teaching at the communities them or put policies them in place where it be say it will be beneficial to everybody within at the road. And not to just the parliamentarians them, this now for all Sierra Leoneans them waiting on the road. Some people then they not to drive safe, then they drive, then just find themselves inside this whole thing, and unfortunately now that God don't mark for them for say it will happen. But we really hope say then take the laws them seriously and hope hope say that wait and they question the things and wait and need for question and also foresee waiting and go put in place. We go really keep people then safe na the road as well as other sectors them na the country. So I believe say then laws then will be beneficial. And I know I will probably stop now for today. And also I want to say happy birthday to the CEO and founder for Sarah Network on behalf of the entire family in our Sarah Network, and to all the listeners and the viewers and your family, your staff, your the one that we just meet one day. We all want to say happy birthday, and we wish you many more years to come in good health. And we hope and pray say that whatever your heart desire, the Almighty Allah provide that for you. So I will let an answer today. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. That's Dr. Aisatuka Kejalo in your submission for today. Anatoma. I don't know this trenko you can't wait, or also you feel say you did. I want to make you put your foot na the brake small. Because if you know do am, me I go do an aya. I want to make you put your foot na the brake. Everybody get right to your opinion na ya. Nobody no get monopoly. So there, put your foot na the brake. You don't want me for put my own foot because me na the master driver. Eh? You say make I go ahead and do am right? Okay. No problem. I guess we were trained for that. Me don't put me foot na the brake, the master driver. I mean the master driver na. So I don't put my foot na the brake and you no go see this again. It's easy for make we able to understand where we talk. All man get right to your opinion. Eh? But lepos in Okaya, if you say it gets monopoly and they talk any kind way. No, not to ya. Can always talk and say, yeah, we different. Yeah, we get training and yeah. So you say for go ahead and I don't go ahead, I don't put my own foot na the brake and you are no more. Let's come with us friend. Make we hear waiting na you take today. Welcome on board us friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple for giving the platform. And wish you a happy birthday. Let God continue to bless you. And let God, we pray that all who don't give for you, let it be a sweet smelling aroma in the presence of God, for let God answer your prayers and all your wishes. And we sympathy again to all the one that would believe in the house. And let God continue for giving out the good road. Regarding this issue of this summoning or calling them to church, I believe say in a broadly based issue, then they try for decide, in other words, how they try for solve this problem and then they try for do. How they go avoid a backlash. They try for let the public not get backlash, which will cause problem. And then they look into departments, then policies them. But what I try for bring here is that because this na people then go look and see a human issue or a political issue. But actually, they know they blame say a political issue. I believe say all they try for look here, then get this different disciplinary bodies them and different institutional and organizations agencies and we government don't put together. And we know say the recent reason why they put this national disaster management team now out of waiting the survey of UN and World Bank, they don't do this, they structure this. So we believe say if anything for disaster come, then get for all people and we relate today. But here now, I think they try for look into the response team and they want them foresee if they been put things in place or why this happened, because they don't get now the message from different sources. They don't get the message they don't get in terms of different settings. They get the one with that overall global picture for saying now this area and the thing happen now the eastern. We don't see that one day. And they don't get side where you see side and specify the hits where the vehicle hits the other one. Now the side, the streets, they don't get that one day. And then they don't even see victims, direct points. They don't see one they will have witnesses. So here now they try for let them go able to see how the message they are go able come so that they go able for find out how they go able for solve this issue once and for all. In a way, not for say you go finish, but they go put things in place. The guy say policies have been there, and then you not been there sometimes because of areas where they capacitate. But I go just draw down to the survey where this Bournemouth University will be talk about. The guy when Lee, the guy I think they call him Lee Wright. So this Lee Wright, he don't give a report recently where he writes for say out of the 181 countries, now we did 47 in terms of being vulnerable, and the recent one. But this really Miles, because the second name is Miles, now Bournemouth University, and Friday the 7th, Sunday the 7th, and they write this. But as I said, they try to give them to the government. But what did they highlight? They talk about human resources in terms of risk them within the country, because within February to now, them calculate say 25 major urban fire they don't happen since February. So then they try to look at how then they look for the area where they be able to look at what are the human capacity, the technology what we get, and the finance resources them. But when you look at all this, what you may just see Panam, it look like say it's more of a shiny and new system where they inside people when a policy who they talk of what they put in input. But when you look at sometimes if this it look like say it divorce away, it left the other areas where it be say waiting get for relates na the ground. So it they independent away. But when this things get for happen, that they would get a corporate response. But then they look at the corporate response of all them bodies there for that incident, so that they will able to see what disaster management who can give. But me your advice for quarter just a little bit, I go look, let them see, then get an aerial view. So that they self, I don't know if they get speciality, because when you summon, I believe say the Attorney General involved and the clerk of the government, the parliament involved. But this case, I don't know if the Attorney General involved or other bodies that we specialize will get for can see. They see the geography. Why if I have slope day or if I have this day, una self una get them. So how then they sell una story, now so una they put them because they try to build a frame. So the government they get their own frame, and they say they get their own frame. Una build that frame, they then una go able to see. Suicide una go able for put. Would say you, they point a finger. All they are trying to do now a way for let people and go able for solve this year in a balanced way, so that you go able to forget things when a reality will go able for come instead of divorce, they become paired, they become cohesive together instead of they become vulnerable country and where it will become susceptible to certain things and when they happen either because of human behavior or nature. So that's the community that how we able for cope with them, that the government get for stand for gather this information and get recommendation. They point finger, they accuse somebody, but all they are trying to do is to try to assess the situation and they able for identify from the people in the interview, then they avoid the Chinese whispers because people then they change. So they're able to jigsaw this in that frame day so that they go able for align. They know who that do this, because when you talk about tires, you talk about the SLR, you talk about even the standard bureau. When you get that they now vulcanized rubber, they don't vulcanize any layer we pull the strength of the rubber they reduce. When you put that thread in pan and a threading, they reduce them. So all those things they get for look into them. Then they think again about a scheme. I don't know if you go easy, it's difficult. But this one I will put on this way, like how Mr. Mengo suggests for the insurance. But it go difficult. Sometimes when they try for identify the owners of this vehicle, try have a word with them and know why is this type of vehicle in at the road. Now economic problem, or na stubbornness, or na negligence. So you self go able to identify, because when you see the money way in national disaster and spend with people and commodity people, if they put them in there together, then you go see certain areas in the way they get for implement the traffic light, or if na support we dey give them, or if na cost cutting thing they will reduce for them, let them go able for do this, so they don't go just left and almost see at this, so they go able to look at both way. So if na stubbornness, then deal with the stubbornness part. You will get that vehicle in up on the road. If na economic problem, try for C, not to insurance, like where they go pay me money, then give something, new one, they say, okay, you go, you they pay we. It is not gonna be easy, but maybe Mr. Mengot will able to advise you anytime he come on board. It go difficult because when people don't go give new motor car, begin a plan. But let us see why are these things in the road, why they do all the things there, so that we will able to forget a situation where we will learn heavily and we'll get an experience inside the system, they design them, so that then we will forget the risk they will not the risk they did, and we will for manage them, so that we will able to go before corporate response. In a catastrophic incident, you need early warning response for be identified. Thank you very much. Let God continue for bless you and bless we all. And we will there, let God continue for make get input towards the country. Thank you very much. Let God bless you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
You're most welcome. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.